Hi guys, Flitting Hair here, and it's Friday. Today I was going to talk to you a bit about self-motivating and studying into projects. Well, instead I decided I'm going to put that off for a day. Instead, I'm going to give you an excerpt from my life that's a bit more entertaining than it is serious. I've been wanting to do it for years, but never had the opportunity because my mom would always stop me. She had this fear that I'd either catch AIDS, bleed out, or that everyone there was secretly vampires that were going to drain me dry. But once I turned 18, I went off and did it anyways. It was my first time, and I was nervous as heck. On top of being nervous, everything seemed to go wrong once I got there. I got checked in, got hustled along, was given 500 pamphlets, paperwork, and also a ritual on how to sacrifice a virgin, it seemed. So I get through all that, virgin included, and then I am reading the packets for about 20 seconds before the lady comes up and says, okay, yep, you're the right one. Number matches. Come on, we gotta get you tested. And it's like, but the packets. And it's like, did you read some of it? And I'm like, yeah. And it's like, okay, you should be good. So all I had read so far was death, AIDS, and some stuff about how they didn't want you if you'd spend so much time in foreign countries. And I'm get planted down, talking to the guy who's going to prick me, test my blood, etc., ask me questions, make sure who I am, and while making a bit of, I say I'm a bit nervous, so he decides to make some conversation with me, and then I let it slip. By the way, my accent, my family is from Norway, and I maintained some of the accent, and it became kind of my own. And he's like, "You're Norwegian?" Which, yeah, it's weird, and I'm just like, yeah, and it's really weird because the packet, what I actually got to read of it, it was rather ethnocentristic. I mean, why can Norwegians or Greeks not donate blood if they come over here? And he's like, okay, that's mainly due to mad cow disease. How long did you live over there? And it's like, well, I was actually born in America. My family's just from there. And it's like, oh yeah, you should be good. But they were just about to call in, the biohazard squad to take me out of there as quickly as possible. From that point, I'm taken from there, and then I'm stuck in a chair where they're, you know, poking and prodding and putting cold things on me. And I'm just like, can I sit in another chair? And it's like, why? Well, you have this movie playing, but you're facing me away from it? And it's like, well, you want it in this arm, so there's nothing I can do, hon. So then I get my phone out, and she looks at me like I just committed a cardinal sin for having my phone out while I'm having my blood taken. So this arm's up in the air, and this arm's scrolling through my phone. I'm on iFunny, and I got done with it rather fast that way. And then as I'm sitting there, this growing feeling builds in my lower abdomen, and I need to use the toilet. I'm just like, okay, I can't stop this to go use the toilet. So then I stand up, and I stand up rather quickly, which was a bad idea. Then I proceed to try and go down the hall to the toilet, just to get caught by my teacher, and he's just like, Ben, 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 we gotta go, we gotta go. And it's like, you're not okay to be out here. I'm just like, yeah, I gotta go. And I'm actually starting to, I was pale as death at that point. I didn't even know it. So I'm, stumbling, kind of leaning against the wall. I'm trying to make it to the toilet. And it's like, no, Ben, you need to sit down. And I look at him dead in the eye. And I'm just like, I know I need to sit down. There's plenty of time to sit on the toilet. And I apparently was rather worked up. And I don't even know why. I was loopy from blood loss, apparently. So he takes me back there. They make me sit down for about 10 minutes. And then I want to go. And then they make me eat. And then I finally get them to leave me go. And I grab my coat and go to put it on. And there's a spider inside. I see it. I freak out. I'm flailing it around. Everyone's looking at me like, oh my god, what's happening? I'm just like, there's a spider in my. And apparently I jarred myself too much and I passed out. Yeah, I passed out. So then I woke up, made a dash for the toilet, and I still plan to donate blood in the future, but every time I go around the student donations, they look at me and they're just like, it's that kid. This was a long video. I usually like to keep them around 4 minutes or so. I'm very sorry about that. But for now, I've been the Flitting Hare, and you've been awesome.